All right, everybody. I watched Agatha All Along's first 2 episodes, so you don't have to. And it's actually been going up on the tomato meter here on Rotten Tomatoes. They seem to have a pretty positive audience score. They have a positive critic score, but if you go into top critics, it lowers quite a bit, down to 60%. And you see that most people are saying that critics are divided on this overall. Now, I did finally get through the first 2 episodes. It took a lot. You guys left a lot of comments telling me, please do it. And I'm like, okay, fine. I will, let's look at this. It's better than She-Hulk Attorney at Law. How about that? That's a good way to start this thing. I'll kind of go over what happened in these 2 episodes, with some spoilers if you care. And it's like Charmed for wine ants, like who are like 40 or 50. So like you remember Charmed back in the day in the 90s, and all the high school girls and college girls loved that show. Who was it? Alyssa Milano was in it. It was like this like witchy thing where they fought the monsters of the week or whatnot on TV. This one is like that, but like it's like those people grew up and they're all like 40 and 50 now, and that's who it's for. Bold move for a Marvel property to go there. It's a terrible choice for the demographic. I think actually the scores are probably high enough because I'm going to guess that there's not a lot of reviews on here. Let's go to all audience to just see how many reviews they actually got real quick. Is it letting me go? It's not letting me go. Why is it not letting me go? That's very weird. Do I have to? Oh well, we'll fix it and edit, everybody, of course. But that's going to be my guess. There's just probably not a lot of people watching this overall. I just don't know who it's made for. It doesn't make any sense. So Agatha All Along starts out with Agatha, and she's kind of lost her memory and she's like a detective in a small town, and she's a hardliner detective. Aubrey Plaza shows up and like tries to jog her memory. It eventually wakes her up to make her remember she was a witch and all that. She's lost her power. And Aubrey Plaza then gets into a knockdown, drag-out fight with her in the first one, while saying there's, at sundown, there's going to be all these witches that are going to be coming after her, and if she wants to survive, she needs to find a way to get her power back, and then talks about this, like, witches road thing. And Aubrey Plaza's like, you know what, I'm not going to kill you, but I am going to alert the people that you're here. See ya, after their fight. And so that was the first episode in a nutshell. And it was not that bad. I came into this actually expecting that I would just absolutely hate this. It's tough for me to like get into a witchcraft thing to begin with. I hate it. And like I said, it's like Charmed without being fun. But older and without being funny, because they actually were a little humorous back in Charmed back in the day. But this one, like, it takes itself way too seriously for what it is, especially. And it's just like, oof. And so that's pretty much the first episode. Now, I didn't hate it that much. There was some lesbian innuendo with Aubrey Plaza, like licking Agatha's fingers and then saying she'd like her horizontal. Of course, it's just like cringy stuff like that because they had to do that. But it was just innuendo, and then she went away. And it could have meant something else. So yeah, but okay. That's kind of how they did it. So they didn't go full tilt like gayest Marvel show ever in this. And what's with like trying to like appeal to women with gay stuff? Is that a thing? Like, do women actually? If you're a female audience member here, do you actually like that kind of thing? That's the first episode. Like I said, not a ton going on. It's 40 minutes long, so it's like it felt a little long for the amount of plot that was conveyed there. Like, this is one of those like dragged out things that's really one storyline that it looks like it was a movie that was split up and then they just dragged it out because movies wouldn't end up typically being that long, and so that's a lot of the Disney Plus shows have felt like that for Marvel so far, and this is no different. Now, do you need to have watched WandaVision to understand this? Not really. I mean, Agatha shows up in that, and you kind of know who she is from that. But she was confusing in WandaVision too. So it's not like it. I don't really think this one actually ties in as much as other things do so far. Now we'll get into episode 2, and that's where it kind of goes off the rails in just a moment. And I actually forgot to introduce myself and ask you guys to hit that like and subscribe button here. Join us as we talk all things superheroes, Marvels, sci-fi, fantasy. That's what we're doing over here. And I'm a comic creator myself, a writer who's won awards and actually been a #1 bestseller several times with my independent work. So if you want to check out some good comics like that, like have very clean storytelling that's got really good pacing, like the opposite of Agatha pacing, you will love this. Check it out in the description below. You can see we made $51,000 on the Kickstarter. It is available on BackerKit while I'm prepping things for print. The book's 100% done, and we're going to be getting going on the print run in the next few weeks here. So please grab this and support our channel, support what we're doing here. Thank you guys so much for doing this so far. Really appreciate you for being there. Okay, where were we? Episode 2. So episode 2, it kind of goes off the rails, and Agatha's like, under the gun. She has to put together like a witch coven in order to, activate this like witch's road to try to like redeem herself before she gets just like destroyed by these other witches, I guess. And so she's got the dude on the left, like who's the only dude in the show, and he's allowed to join the female witch coven brigade, all that, I guess because he's pretty gay. And he acts like a flamboyant homosexual throughout this whole thing. Oh my God! Wow, Agatha, I love witches! Yay! And it gets kind of crazy, and it gets into all the demonic stuff, and of course they're activating spells, and this is pro witchcraft, and definitely has that full like the heroes are the witchy, weird, Wiccan LGBTQs, Disney satanic message that you expect it to have. It's just in the background. And they just act like it's a normal thing. They're normalizing this. They love to use the word normalizing, and that's what it is. So episode 2 really ramps up just like dealing with the flamboyantly homosexual guy who does he gets a call from his boyfriend. So it just says BOYF, so it's quote subtle, right? And it's obvious, like they're like he's gay. Just to make sure you know that, in case you didn't, with his like weird earring and, and a shaved eyebrow thing and his weird lisp. So if you missed it, they made sure you knew. And then she goes and finds her little coven, and she does so by like going to the silver-haired lady there, the really old one, and that lady's running like a psychic. She's like a town psychic. And of course, then that's all because of her witchcraft. She joins them, gives them a list of others who will join them. The strong black lady was running like a candle shop, and so this is, like I said, it's like every little trope of like weird middle-aged wine ants who don't have children is placed into this, and it's like, what? This is, I guess that's who they're reaching for this. It's not like teen girls or whatever. Like it is like the wine ant demographic. Very, very odd. And then they go to the Asian lady on the right. You see like the full diversity cast. We got the black lady with the shaved head, so she looks all like Wakandan. We got the old lady. We got the gay dude. Then we got like the lesbian-ish Asian woman who's like a car mechanic. She's butch. Yeah. All right. And then of course the other one like didn't get much screen time. But they end up opening. They go back and they all realize Agatha's trying to steal all their powers basically, and they kind of stop her from doing that. And then they open up the Witch's Road thing at the end of it. So you could see like part 1 was the Witch's Road exists. We need to get there. There's bad guys going to come after you. Aubrey Plaza is going to scare you. Then part 2 was here's the Witch's Road and here's your team. And so like again, these are like, if this was done on like network TV and Charmed, like we'd be in Act 2, like 15-20 minutes into the episode, but they dragged it out to 2 episodes of 42 minutes each. And so really, it is what it is. This is a clearly satanic, clearly LGBTQ promoting, geared towards 40 and 50-year-old women without children, which is insane. Again, it's Marvel. Like, what are you doing? They're trying to make Marvel not superhero. It's very bizarre. And I don't know who would actually be interested in that on that level. It just doesn't make any sense. It is that, but it wasn't as bad in the first episode, got cringy in the second episode, and it's so slowly paced. This plot line is so thin and so slow that it makes it really, really hard to watch and get through. So I did it. I sat through it, guys. You're welcome. But that said, it's not as horrible as I thought. I actually think The Acolyte is far worse as a show. because at least this one is like very clear in what it's doing, and at least the storyline makes sense, and it's like very like much on a trajectory that's, like at least there's some basic level of competency in the writing on it. The Acolyte didn't have that was a jumbled mess. So the lesbian space witches worse than the lesbian Marvel witches as far as witch shows go. And gosh, She-Hulk was worse. Ms. Marvel was better. Echo was slightly better. So that's about where we're at on this. Production value here is higher than Echo though, and that's where we are after the first 2 episodes. So that's it. What a weekend, guys. At least I don't have to watch this again. At least there's that. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. And guys, please do check out my awesome comic books. If you appreciate my thoughts on writing and how that all goes, we put all of our blood, sweat, and tears into this and make a great storyline for you. You're going to love it. Grab this like the other backers have done so far, and I appreciate you for being there. We'll be back soon.